South Africa, situated at the southern tip of the African continent, boasts remarkable diversity, both culturally and geographically. Its landscapes, from the iconic Table Mountain to the vast savannas of Kruger National Park, are breathtaking. Cape Town, South Africa's second-largest city, ranks among the most beautiful in the world. With its picturesque coastline, vibrant neighborhoods, vineyards of the Cape Winelands, and rich cultural heritage, it is truly captivating. South Africa offers an unforgettable journey through beautiful landscapes and diverse cultures. Here we highlight the 20 best places to visit in South Africa. 1. Cape Town. The mother city, with its sweet beaches, wonderful mountain views, and friendly people, is a highlight on any South African bucket list. It may only be the second biggest city in the country, but it is simply one of the most recognizable cities in the planet. Placed on the southwest tip of South African Western Cape Province, Cape Town enjoys a Mediterranean, mild climate and amazing natural setting. Blyde River Canyon Nature Reserve. A continuous stop on the way to or from Kruger, Blyde River Canyon is the third biggest canyon in the planet. It is particularly green and lush matched to the Grand Canyon and also has amazingly deep, sheer cliffs. There are numerous natural formations and other natural specks in this UNESCO-listed reserve, including God's Window, Pinnacle Rock, and Burke's Luck potholes. You can also find very old rock art in the Echo Caves. There are many hiking trails as well as mountain biking, abseiling, and whitewater rafting. 3. Cape Winelands. Not an extremely famous fact among some travelers, but South Africa produces some of the best wines in the full planet. The wine produced in and around Cape Town competes with produce from Spain, Italy, and France. The popular wine-producing districts that are placed in Cape Winelands are Constantia, Stellenbosch, Franschhoek, Paarl, Robertson, and Wellington. Visitors can go on a day trip from their hotel in Cape Town and view the wonderful vineyards and taste some of the finely made wine of South Africa. 4. Northern Cape. Another thing to do in South Africa is to catch the wildflower bloom in the Cape Florida region, which is house to about 9,000 plant species, out of which 2/3 are found exclusively in South Africa. If you happen to be in South Africa during the primary half of August, you will be capable to catch the arrival of spring season turns the Northern Cape into a magical bed of flowers. 5. Tribal villages. Any country you visit in Africa, and they will have an important tribal population and history that is value learning and knowing about. The tourism department of South Africa promotes and attracts visitors to pay a visit to one of their 6 tribal villages known as Xhosa, Zulu, Ndebele, Tswana, Basotho, and Shangaan cultural villages. Learn everything there is to know about these tribes, ranging from crushing attire, maize, rituals, languages, to their dance rituals that have been passed on for thousands of years. 6. Addo Elephant National Park. With humble starting as a little elephant sanctuary established to save just 11 reddish-colored Addo elephants in the 1930s, Addo Elephant National Park is now of South Africa's biggest national parks and possibly one of the top for spotting these gentle giants. As the park has swelled and spread over the years, it now consists of 5 different sections, each providing its own special features. The Colchester section is the key game reserve. Here, you can enjoy exhilarating self-drives or camp-run game drives to view the big populations of zebras, elephants, and antelopes in the park. 7. Durban. Luckily, all that remarkable weather does not go to waste, as Durban is house to a sweet stretch of coastline with some famous sandy beaches lapped by the hot water of the Indian Ocean. Spend your days surfing the waves on the South Africa East Coast or exploring life under the waves with a dive or snorkel. 8. Garden Route. One of the most charming drives in the planet, the Garden Route meanders past seaside villages, forests, game reserves, white sandy beaches, and lagoons, with the amazing blues of the Indian Ocean right alongside you. Stretching from Mossel Bay to St. Francis, the visitor route is what lures most international visitors to South Africa. 9. Drakenberg. The Drakenberg is a mountain range in KwaZulu-Natal Province, South Africa. Generally shortened to just the Berg by locals, the Drakenberg means Mountains of the Dragon. The meaning of such a dramatic name is not lost on you when you view the majesty of these mountains. Forming part of the Great Escarpment, the place is house to a combination of waterfalls and hiking trails split into the southern and northern reaches. 10. Robben Island. When it comes to learning about apartheid, you will want to also plan a tour to Robben Island. Placed just 5 miles off the coast of Cape Town, Robben Island was a highest security prison until 1996. During the apartheid age, many political prisoners were sent to Robben Island. This contains Nelson Mandela, who spent 18 years behind bars on Robben Island. The prison is now a UNESCO World Heritage Place and one of the most vital cultural places in the country. Conditions at the prison were amazingly harsh, with many prisoners forced into hard labor in the limestone quarry. 11. Table Mountain. Table Mountain is Cape Town's most well-known landmark. A big flat block of sandstone that rises 3,500 feet into the air. Table Mountain is a national park and an amazing location to go hiking with over 350 paths to the summit. Most people take the cable car up, but hiking is far more amazing. The weather replaces continually though, so hiking is hard sometimes. You could luck out with clear skies and best views, or maybe climb into the infamous tablecloth, a blanket of clouds that generally covers the mountain. 12. Magalies River Valley. The charming Magalies River Valley completely exposed itself as we rose into the sky with the sunrise in a warm air balloon. It is just an hour north of west of Johannesburg, South Africa's biggest city. Once you realize you are in the air, profound silence is the primary thing you see. Between occasional blasts of fire from the burner, there is no sound. No engine, no propeller, just the birds. Yet soon we are hovering half a mile above the ground, visiting slowly with the wind and best thing to do in South Africa. 13. Hluhluwe-Imfolozi Game Reserve. Yes, we know that the jungle safari is the most cliché visitor activity in South Africa, but it still remains as one of the top things to do in South Africa. The wildlife found here is the more rarest and well-preserved you will find anywhere in the planet. Pay a visit to the KwaZulu-Natal province and witness the mightily up near in person as a jeep takes you into the wild grasslands for your date with the dynamic wildlife of South Africa. 14. Soweto Tour. If you want to view the true diversity of South Africa away from the glitz of the huge cities here, and enjoy a bit of cultural insight too, then taking a Soweto tour is one for your list of the top things to do in South Africa. Operating from Johannesburg, this is an amazing day trip, sure to open your mind and introduce you to more of South Africa's hard history and present condition. 15. The Wild Coast. If wonderful coastline are your cup of tea, then you actually must contain South Africa's wild coast during your visit. Famous with South Africans, this area does not get nearly as much focus from people outside the country. So, you can enjoy a lot of more solitude when you explore here. Highlights contain the round huts of many little villages and the Wild Coast Trail, which will engage even the most professional hikers out there. 16. Kruger National Park. Covering a big area of more than 20,000 square kilometers, Kruger National Park is the best place to enjoy a bona fide safari in Africa. Established in 1898, it is the oldest wildlife park on the area. The sheer range of the wildlife here is reason enough to contain this top-notch national park during your South African holiday with the capability to view hippos, cheetah, giraffes, and cross. The fact that you do not have to rough it in off-road vehicles is another park. 17. Hogsback. Believed by many to have motivated Tolkien when he wrote The Lord of the Rings, Hogsback, which is placed in the Amadola Mountains, is a really place. Dotted with wonderful waterfalls and rocky outcrops, Hogsback specs some of the most remarkable scenery in all of South Africa. Many different species of bird call Hogsback home, including a big range of parrots. Horseback riding and trout fishing are both famous here, so if you enjoy either one, you will be rightly content. 18. Hermanus. If time is not a problem, consider heaving over to South African Western Cape to spend some time in Hermanus. This remarkable city used to be a little seaside fishing village. Today, it retains much of its little town qualities while still being engaging enough to keep guests on their toes. Whale watching is one of the most popular things to do in Hermanus. There are cliff paths from which you can view the amazingly graceful creatures. If you would love to include a surprising nature experience to your South African journey, stop by Hermanus at some point. 19. Boulders Beach. Boulders Beach, close Simonstown in False Bay, is famed for its local penguin colony and clean, white sand beach. It is house to at least 3,000 African penguins, with the Foxy Beach Boardwalk being an amazing viewpoint. Your kids will love getting up close and personal with penguins. The park is also house to other birds and little mammals, while dolphins and whales swim offshore. 20. The Golden Mile. Durban is one of South Africa's biggest coastal cities. It is also well famous for its phenomenal beaches. The string of beaches along Durban's waterfront are collectively famous as the Golden Mile, and it is simple to view why. This sun-kissed part of South Africa is perfect for people who want to enjoy some fun in the sun. From lounging in the sun to the splashing in the surf to enjoying amazing beach activities, the Golden Mile is the best place to contain during your South Africa journey.